All right, Shalom. Shalom, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawashi, by Hashem Dash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Josiah from GMS Atlanta. Back with another edifying video. And so there's been, a back and forth between the brother Hasad that left Sakari, and now he's teaching on his own, doing sit downs, and between him and brothers of Great Millstone, starting with the apostles, and pretty much it's a doctrinal difference, pursuant to the coming destruction of Babylon the Great, the salvation and the rulership and the kingdom of Israel that'll be on earth. And so this is his response that he put out yesterday. I watched an hour of it. I did watch a full hour of the video. And Hasad is wrong. I'm going to just put it straight forward. The brother Hasad, you're wrong. When it comes to this prophecy, you don't know what you're talking about. And your best bet is to humble down and just listen to GMS. Listen to GMS. Now that you're separated from Al-Azhar and Sakari, listen to GMS videos. Learn, take notes, read, fast, pray, so you can get a true understanding of these scriptures, because the path you're going on right now, brother, you're not of the elect, because the elect will speak the truth. Now, what this brother here is saying, he's saying that after the destruction of Babylon the Great, and Yahawashi returns and the elect are delivered and go back to the land of Israel, Gog Magog, Gog from the land of Gog, right? The Russians are going to rule for a period of time and come back into power for a moment in time. You didn't say how long, and go to war with Israel. And I'm going to go through some scriptures and show you. All right. Now, the Apostle Har, he did a response. He went over Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. I'm not going to go over it. All right. You can watch the Apostle Har's video. But I'm going to show you that when Yahawashi returns and Israel is delivered, no nation will be in power. Once the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, happens, there will be no other nation that will remain in power or come into power once that is established. So let me start first with this prophecy in the book of Numbers, the 24th chapter. This is in the law, okay? Because what Brother Hasad and Bishop Nathaniel and other Israelite groups that teach when it comes to the destruction and salvation, what you don't realize and understand is that there is a complete power that Yahawashi is coming with. Yahawashi is coming with complete power and dominion in the salvation and the destruction of this place. There will be no other powers. So this is the book of Numbers, chapter 24 and 17. It says, I shall see him, but not now. And this is talking about Yahawashi being seen, because this is from the prophet Balaam, okay, which was a heathen, but the Most High gave him a vision. Okay? He says, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob. That star is Yahawashi. And a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. Now, when you go into the Moabites are what? The modern day Chinese, the Koreans, the Orientals, all right, along with the children of Ammon, which are the Japanese. So it says that when Yahawashi comes, he's coming to destroy the East Asians. Okay? Now, Moab, the Chinese are connected to Russia through bricks. So if Yahawashi is coming to destroy China, the East Asians, Moab, the Moabites, then that connectivity to bricks in Russia is disconnected. It's going to be destroyed. Right? So the bricks is going to be destroyed, along with NATO, the beast, and Babylon the Great, America. Everybody's getting destroyed when Yahawashi rises up and returns. So what you have to understand about Ezekiel 38, I'm not going to go to it. It's been broken down. You have to understand about Ezekiel 38, 39, Revelation 20. It's, the salvation. It's all a simultaneous vision. The different prophets saw different. You watch a movie and you have certain scenes, and then it'll show a scene. Maybe you have a hero versus a villain, and they're fighting, and then you go to the next scene, and it says meanwhile. That meanwhile means that it's happening at the same time or simultaneously, but it says meanwhile, meaning while these particular group of, just watch the Avengers movies. Just watch any army, military movie, because we're talking about war here or a battle. While one aspect of the fight is going on, they'll go to a scene that is happening at the very same time. Matter of fact, they did that in the Avengers Infinity War with the snap. You saw different, here it is, Thanos snap, and people were turning to dust. They didn't all turn into dust. No, they all turned into dust at the same time. But the movie showed you the different scenes, meanwhile, of what was happening in different areas around the world where they were turning into dust. Well, that's what the visions, the prophets are telling you different meanwhile happenings of the coming war of Armageddon and the salvation. So Yahawashi is coming to destroy the Moabites. He's coming to destroy the Edomites. He's coming to destroy all the nations. All right? Meanwhile, you're going to have the angels using their laser beams to destroy. Meanwhile, you're going to have the nuclear missiles being launched. It's not Babylon destroyed and then Yahawashi. I'm sorry. It's not going to be Babylon destroyed, right? And then this is going to happen. Yahawashi. No. Let me read verse 18. It says, "And Edom shall be a possession." You do know the Russians are Edomites, right? The Russians are Edomites. Okay? Just like the EU are Edomites, their rulers are Edomites. Just like the rulers in America are Edomites. They're all Esau. It says, "And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city." No Edomites are going to escape. They're not going to have a ragtag crew of Russians This isn't no there's not going to be no post-apocalyptic movie scenes in Russia. Here it is, you got destruction of Babylon, and then Moscow is going to try to amass an army. No. All these nations are going to be destroyed, right? And what you know what, let me finish this. It says, and when he looketh on Amalek, we know who Amalek is, the small hats, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. So the power structure of the Edomites and the other nations are going to be totally taken out once Yahawashi returns. Okay? Let's go to another prophecy. Isaiah 66. Okay. Yeah, Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, Yahawashi, in the power of Yahweh, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. That's power. The Russians ain't coming with no last minute ICBMs and then go to war against the land of Israel. That ain't gonna happen, bro. You need to humble down and learn, because you're showing you're not of the elect, bro. And I'm talking about the brother Hasad. You're wrong in your breakdown. It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So he's going to destroy many people, many nations, even many wicked Israelites. But the Russians, he's going to leave. No. Okay? The destruction isn't just about destroying the beast, NATO and America. All the nations are going to be judged. Let's go to Joel chapter 3. Joel chapter 3. I'm just going through the precepts, man. Joel chapter 3. And yeah, Joel chapter 3 and 12. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. That includes Russia, the armies of Russia. Okay, their government's going to be giving orders. Okay. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. All the nations are going down into the valley of Jehoshaphat in the Middle East to fight in the war of Armageddon. BRICS versus NATO, pretty much, in America. Okay? It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Of all nations, their armies, their governments, they're all wicked. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. That's Yahawashi. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. I mean, the understanding is not, there's going to be confusion. Esau's armies won't be able to fully calibrate themselves to fight against the angels. And even the missiles, man, when these missiles launch, those skies are going to be covered. Listen, that's another point. You think Russia and these other nations are the only ones that got missiles? America got missiles too. NATO has missiles as well. They're going to launch their missiles on Russia, on Moscow, where the government seat of Russia is. Okay? Why do you think we got to be beamed up, bro? out of the planet Earth, because the whole earth is going to be hot. Okay? Yes, there will be surviving people on the earth, but these other nations, like America's just some lame. No, America got missiles, bro, and they're going to launch them to Russia. They're going to launch them to their enemies. This thing is going to be a simultaneous. The destruction and the deliverance will be a simultaneous event. Okay? So you're going to have cities and places in Russia and in Europe and other places destroyed. Meanwhile, the total land of America will be destroyed. It says, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem. Because Yahawashi is coming back. It says, and the heavens and the earth shall shake because of the missiles. But the Lord, Yahweh, will be the hope of his people through Yahawashi and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. There's not going to be any nations to come to. Once Israel is delivered, and Yahawashi delivers the elect, and you have that war in heaven, which is going to commence of all the nations, including first of all, Russia, their air force is going to be totally annihilated. But they're going to somehow amass a great army to come against Jerusalem. No, bro. They're not going to rule for a millisecond. No strangers are going to go through to Jerusalem. Okay? And there's more scriptures, man. There's more scriptures. I mean, it's. Let me see. None shall hurt. Let's see, none hurt. Let me see if I can find the scripture. I mean, listen to this. Listen to this. Okay? Isaiah 11 and 9. I mean, our people are going to be in full power. Isaiah 11 and 9. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain. That's the government. So nothing's going to hurt Israel once we're in the land and established. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. Nothing's going to stop Israel. There's not going to be no armies to come against the land of Israel, because the Israelites are going to have all the nations in subjection. Okay? Matter of fact, every one. So we're going to be in the kingdom, right? There's going to be destruction, a simultaneous destruction, a simultaneous deliverance, right? And then the Israelites are going to come down Subdue all the nations, put them into captivity. Okay? Put them into captivity. There's not going to be a nation that will come against us, man. Hasad, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. That includes the Russians. And all thine adversaries, every one of them. That includes the Gogites, right? Gog Magog. Okay? The Russians in that land. Every one of them shall go into captivity. So there's not going to be no nation left. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Okay? It says, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. Because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. No one's going to come into this city, into Jerusalem, and war against it. Okay? You can read Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. We're not even going to learn war once the kingdom is established. Why? Because all the nations, like I just read, are going into captivity. Okay? Let me get one more precept. Okay? Because we're speaking about the Russians and the nations, right? And the Russians are Edomites. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. Remember, all the tribes, once we're delivered, we're going to be back together again under Yahawashi and King David with spiritual power and the angels. It says, and the house of Esau, not just the house of Babylon the Great or the house of Amalek, no, all Edomites. Not just the EU Edomites, but the Russian Edomites, the Australian Edomites. Okay? And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. Okay? And this is going into the 1,000 year. Now this is going to the 1,000 year of them being in slavery. It says, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. Okay? So it's already set in stone that the Edomites are going to have to be taken out. All right? Like I said, now that's going to happen after they're put in 1,000 years of captivity. But what you have to understand, man, the Lord is not, he's not dealing with Esau to come back into power again. You know what? One more. Malachi chapter 1. Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. That happened already, the Renaissance. Now we have all these Edomite ruling countries all around the world, from America to Russia. Esau's in power, he's built. It says, thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. So there's not going to be any more Edomite rulership on the earth once this destruction happens and the salvation occurs. It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, the Lord Yahawashi will be magnified from the border of Israel. So there's not going to be any nations to come against our border, against our land. So, Brother Hasad, hey, brother, you don't know what you're talking about, man. Okay? GMS has 100% truth. Humble down or ultimately be destroyed because you're showing yourself to not be of the elect because you can't see the prophecies. You know? unless you repent. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.